इस सभागृह में कुछ ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स हों जो केवल सोमनाथ सर के लिए सुनने आए हों, तो सोमनाथ सर का सेशन पराइजो आयरिश क्लब में चल रहा है, आयरिश हॉल में पराइजो में। तो अगर कोई ऐसे विद्यार्थी यहाँ पर हों जो केवल सोमनाथ सर का सेशन अटेंड करने आए हों, वो वहाँ पर चल रहा है। धन्यवाद।
Good morning everyone. I am Riddhi Wagh, your host for today's session. I formally welcome you all for the session which is MSME, the backbone of the Bharat's economy. Before starting this session, I would request to all the delegates to please keep your mobile phones on silent, and also it's a request to not leave the hall if auditorium while session is going on. So to start this session, I would like to call Shri Pranat Jain sir for the Disha Geet.
धन्यवाद रिद्धि। सभी से अनुरोध करूंगा कि कृपया वर्ग गीत जो है वो अपनी डायरी में खोल लें। एक पंक्ति मैं गाऊंगा, साथ में आप सभी दोहराएंगे। संस्कार की ये साधना है, तू तपस्वी बनते जा, शौर्य की ये तपोभूमि है, कदम निरंतर भरते जा, हाँ कदम निरंतर भरते जा। एक ही माँ के लाल दुलारे, फूल उपवन के न्यारे, पूर्वज एक हमारे सबके, साक्षी गंगा धारा, विविध होकर एक है हम, यही मंत्र तू गाते जा, शौर्य की ये तपोभूमि है, कदम निरंतर भरते जा, हाँ कदम निरंतर भरते जा। महामंत्र ये संगठन का, शक्ति पुंज जगमाही, मातृभूमि के रक्षण हित में, तन मन धन बलिहारी, हृदय हृदय में देशभक्ति का, पावन दीप जलाए जा, शौर्य की ये तपोभूमि है, कदम निरंतर भरते जा, हाँ कदम निरंतर भरते जा। भारत माँ के सुहाग सजाने, उठ बांधव ललकारी, देश शत्रु का विनाश करने, बन तू सच्चा प्रहरी, विजय का विश्वास भर के, अथक यत्न तू करते जा, शौर्य की ये तपोभूमि है, कदम निरंतर भरते जा, हाँ कदम निरंतर भरते जा, हाँ कदम निरंतर भरते जा। जय हिंद, जय भारत। एक बार सभी लोग नारा लगाएंगे, बोलिए भारत माता की, भारत माता की, वंदे मातरम।
Now formally starting this session, and I would like to invite today's guest on the dais. So, Shri Mahendra Dohare sir, Shri Keshav Gupta ji, and Shri Gopal Krishna Agrawal sir, with our moderator of this session, Shri Suraj Patel ji. Please join us on the stage. Now I would like to call Vanshika Patel ji to felicitate the Mahendra Dohare sir with memento and kiss. It's an honor to introduce Shri Mahendra Dohare ji. Mr. Mahendra Dohare sir is the Executive Director of Central Bank of India and brings with him over 20 years of rich experience in Indian banking sector. He has held senior leadership roles in leading public sectors bank including Punjab National Bank, Union Bank of India and United Bank of India. With deep expertise in MSME banking, core banking operations and fintech initiatives, his work has played a vital role in strengthening financial access and growth for MSMEs across the country. Also, I would like to call the observation of this session Mr. Dharmesh Kukadia ji on the stage. He is the editor of the Gujarat Mitra. Now, I would like to call Pradnya Patel ji to felicitate Shri Keshav Gupta sir with memento and kiss. As we move ahead, it is my privilege to introduce our next speaker whose experience adds a great value to today's discussion. Shri Keshav Gupta ji is the Senior Director, Growth, Mergers and Acquisitions and Business Planning at Max Healthcare. He leads the investments, business intelligence and strategic planning functions, contributing significantly to the organization's growth strategy. With over 20 years of experience in investments and M&A, he brings deep expertise and a strong track record of leading large-scale transactions across healthcare and allied sectors. Now, I would like to call upon Saurav Singh ji to felicitate Shri Gopal Krishna Agrawal sir with memento and kiss. Shri Gopal Krishna Agrawal ji is the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party for Economic Affairs and a chartered accountant and economist by profession. He brings with him decades of experience in public policy, governance and financial institutions. He currently serves as an independent director on the board of Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited and is the chairman of the ICSI Institute of Insolvency Professionals, contributing significantly to the institutional governance and regulatory frameworks. With deep expertise in economic reforms and nation building, his work reflects a strong commitment to transparency and inclusive growth. Now, I would like to call upon Harshit Chanduka ji to felicitate Shri Suraj Patel sir with memento and kiss. Shri Suraj Patel sir is a dynamic entrepreneur and business development professional from Gujarat. He is associated with innovative ventures such as V-Paint, Tekavo Furniture and Everstage, where he leads business development, market expansion and sales strategy. A civil engineering graduate from SVNIT Surat, he is known for combining technical understanding with strong marketing insight and a passion for product innovation. Now I would like to call Krisha Patel ji to felicitate Shri Dharmesh Kukadia sir with memento and kiss. Shri Dharmesh Kukadia sir is a seasoned media professional with 29 years of experience in journalism. He holds academic qualifications including LLB, MCA, BSc and PGDJ. Along with his extensive career in journalism, he is also a motivational speaker, inspiring audiences with insights drawn from decades of experience, knowledge and public engagement.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Now, I would like to handle this session to the moderator of the session, Sri Suraj sir. Over to you, Suraj sir.
जैसे कि इन सभी ने
थोड़ा आवाज बढ़ाओ।
हेलो, समय का अभाव होने के कारण मैं डायरेक्टली क्वेश्चनरी शुरू करना चाहूँगा। आप सभी का इंट्रोडक्शन तो हो ही चुका है। तो आप तीनों से सर मेरा एक पहला सवाल है, भारत में हम एमएसएमई को बैकबोन मानते हैं इंडियन इकोनॉमी का, जो कि 30% भारत की जीडीपी को कंट्रीब्यूट करता है, नियरली 45% एक्सपोर्ट भी वही देखता है। फिर भी बहुत सारी एमएसएमई स्ट्रगल करती है स्केल अप करने के लिए, वो बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस फेस करती है। इसके ख्याल में आपका क्या विचार है कि व्हाट आर द मोस्ट क्रिटिकल चैलेंजेस दैट आर होल्डिंग बैक द एमएसएमईज टुडे एंड हाउ वी कैन एड्रेस देम सो दैट दिस सेक्टर कैन ट्रूली फुलफिल इट्स पोटेंशियल? पहले गोपाल सर आपसे शुरुआत करें।
धन्यवाद सुरेश जी। मुझे यहाँ दिशा फाउंडेशन में आके बहुत अच्छा लगा। जो कॉन्सेप्ट था वो तो मैंने देखा, लेकिन यहाँ प्रैक्टिकली जो यहाँ पे इम्प्लीमेंटेशन हो रहा है वो और भी अच्छा लगा। तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि एक बार सभी पार्टिसिपेंट को तालियों से उनका अभिनंदन करें। मैं बैकग्राउंड सेटिंग के लिए एमएसएमई की इम्पोर्टेंस तो आपने बताई है, कितना कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं देश के लिए, लेकिन मैं एक दो चीज़ें आपके सामने ओपनिंग में रखना चाहता हूँ। पहली बात यह है कि जो एमएसएमई है हमारे यहाँ पे, जो ग्रोथ का पूरा मॉडल बना, लीपफ्रॉग हो गया, एग्रीकल्चर से सीधा सर्विसेज सेक्टर में हो गया। और एमएसएमई जो बीच में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर का महत्वपूर्ण योगदान था, वो कहीं से वो गैप फिल नहीं कर पाए। तो उसके कारण जो हम कई समस्याएं, चैलेंजेस वर्तमान में देश की इकोनॉमी में देखते हैं, चाहे एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन को लेके है, सेल्फ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप और सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट का जितना महत्व था वो कहीं ना कहीं उस चीज़ को हम मिस कर गए। और दूसरी बात ये हो गई कि जो वेस्टर्न मॉडल ऑफ थिंकिंग में ये हुआ कि फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन में लेबर को केवल वेजेस से रिलेट कर दिया कि द कैपिटल विल गेट द इंटरेस्ट एंड प्रॉफिट, लेबर विल गेट वेजेस, एंड जो लैंड है, लैंड थर्ड फैक्टर ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, उसको लैंड एक्विजिशन के साथ कंपेंसेशन मिलेगा। तो जो वेस्टर्न थिंकिंग में ये हुआ कि लेबर विल गेट वेजेस, इट वाज नॉट बिकमिंग द पार्टिसिपेंट इन द प्रॉफिट एंड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग। तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट की कमी रह गई। तो उसके कारण जो उसको सपोर्ट चाहिए था उसको वो सपोर्ट पूरी तरह से नहीं मिला गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज़ में, उसके फोकस में और फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन के अंतर्गत वेरियस स्कीम्स में। आज ग्लोबली अगर हम देखें, वेस्टर्न चाहे डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज़ में भी जो एमएसएमई का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है वो बहुत बड़ा है, लेकिन हमारे देश में कम है। तो अब धीरे धीरे इस पे जो फोकस सरकार का पिछले 2014 से काफ़ी आया, बहुत सारी स्कीम्स हैं। उस स्कीम्स को तो हम देख ही सकते हैं। उन चैलेंजेस को मीट आउट करने के लिए सरकार कई तरीके के स्कीम्स ला रही है, बट एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप को भी अपनी तरफ से सबसे ज़्यादा अपने माइंड में खोल के आगे बढ़ना चाहिए कि हमारे कौन से एरियाज़ हैं, कौन से एरियाज़ हैं जिसमें गवर्नमेंट फोकस करे। जैसे आज सवेरे हमने देखा, स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी को देख लिया, एआई का कल आपने सेशन अटेंड किया होगा, और जो डिफेंस इंडस्ट्री है, कल्चरल इकोनॉमी है। अगर हम सरकार के इन्वेस्टमेंट्स को, सरकार के फोकस को देखते हुए, ध्यान में रखते हुए अपने कैरियर को ओरिएंट करेंगे तो उसमें, और जानकारी इकट्ठी करेंगे, तो हमारे लिए उसके अंदर अपना इंडिविजुअल ऑब्जेक्टिव भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण तरीके से पूरा हो पाएगा और जो देश का ऑब्जेक्टिव है वो भी पूरा हो पाएगा। तो यहाँ जो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट के लिए काम हो रहा है, तो मुझे लगता है कि उसमें जो फोकस एरियाज़ को हमने आइडेंटिफाई करना चाहिए जो कुछ मैं आगे आपको बताऊंगा, जिसमें सरकार हमारी काफ़ी तरीके से कैटलिस्ट की तरह देश की अर्थव्यवस्था को मान के चल रही है। उन एरियाज़ में हम अपने कैरियर को ओरिएंट करेंगे तो हमें आसानी से अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव को पूरा करने के लिए मौका मिलेगा।
Thank you, sir. Over to you, Mahendra, sir. The same question. You want me to repeat it?
Okay. First of all, thank you to everyone. Good morning to all of you. And I'm really very happy to be here. So my heartfelt thanks to Disha Foundation and Dinesh Patel ji for inviting me here. So when I entered this premises, I really felt connected to my roots, because as a banker we never get chance to visit such kind of facility and interact with our roots. So that's really I'm feeling very happy here, and this is my first visit to the Surat. So I'm really feeling coming back again, and I'm feeling I missed a lot. I would have been missed a lot if I would not have visited today. So once again, thanks to Patel sir for inviting me. And with respect to MSME, because I see a lot of young people here, so let me first in a nutshell explain you what is MSME. MSME is micro, small and medium enterprises, you all know. And why they are called MSME? They are called MSME based on some definition as per the Government of India or MSMED Act, right, which has been recently revised, and now their limits have been increased. So when we talk about micro, so it depends on what is the kind of investment is done in the plant and machinery and what is the total turnover. So when we talk about micro, it is 2.5 crore investment in plant and machinery and turnover up to 10 crore. When we talk about small, it is investment in plant and machinery up to 25 crore and turnover up to 100 crore. And when we talk about medium enterprises, it is investment in plant and machinery up to 125 crore and turnover up to 500 crore. Before 2025, this limit was very less. So Government of India took the initiative to bring in more and more entrepreneurs and enterprise under the definition of MSME, so that a big push can be given to our entrepreneurs and businesses, because when anybody falls into the MSME definition, automatically he is eligible for lot of concessions, lot of support, and they come into the formal economy, right? The biggest challenge for us means as a country, we have many MSMEs. Only 7 crore MSMEs are registered. I mean, we have the data. Though the numbers are very high, they are not into the formal system. Udyam registration also, Udyam registration is only around 2 crore. A little bit lesser than 2 crore. So you can understand only 2 crore MSMEs are registered for Udyam registration and rest are out of the formal system. If MSMEs are not into the formal system of Government of India, they are not registered, they are less eligible for the various benefits. Government of India or we as a bank per se, it's very difficult to frame the policies, frame the product, because we don't have the data. And all of you know that data gives lot of decision making power to frame new products, to frame new services, to give new benefits, right? MSME is not a new concept for our country. Since very long time we are focusing on MSME. I just would like to share what are the emerging challenges for the MSME sector. One of the challenges which everybody talks in the industry is access to finance or access to bank finance, which has reduced drastically nowadays. Why it has reduced drastically? Nowadays, you need not go to a particular bank to get the finance. Everything is digital. Digital in the banks also, and digital from the government of India also. If you would have heard about Jan Samarth portal, where 16 schemes of government of India, you can apply online and bank will call to get the process completed. All the banks have digital lending journeys, digital loan journeys. You need not go to the bank. You can apply online, any bank, and you can get the loan. Even smaller loans like Mudra, right? PM Swanidhi, you talk, any scheme of the MSME, it is available online nowadays. So manual hindrance, visiting to the banks is all gone. I was telling about the emerging challenges. The new emerging challenges for the MSME which we are facing is digital transformation, digitalization, and upcoming the biggest challenge which we may face is climate related issue. Right? This is a global issue which we will also face going forward, and which is a responsibility also not only for the banks or the MSME as a citizen in the country. So Government of India has brought in lot of benefits for the MSME. The biggest, another big challenge, emerging challenge for the MSMEs is there is lot of digital divide among metro, urban, semi-urban and rural areas. There is lot of financial literacy gaps among the entrepreneurs. We will discuss more on this going forward. Thank you.
First of all, like everyone else, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having us over here. It means a lot. And to re-acknowledge the point, it's very, very rare, actually once in a while that happens, and we can connect at this grassroots level with so much of youth energy in the room. On the question specifically, I'll just give a context of, why MSMEs, some MSMEs struggle, some grow, and some grow to be larger enterprises. I'm an engineer MBA. I wasted both my degrees, engineer from IIT, MBA from a decent college, but then went into investing and made some money and stabilized that life. In the last 20 years, I would have evaluated about 250 startup ideas of my own, including as peripheral, as paints, drawings, paintings, canvassing, library, dairy farming. I started my own 5-acre farm, set up poultry houses, created food processing setup of my own venture, worked in a village for about 18 hours per day, made more money than any farmer in the village, but then had to close it down because it wasn't paying for my modern life needs. I think a couple of important points that we probably miss in our journey when we start after our graduation, undergrad or postgrad courses, when we start our businesses, that we miss the commerce aspect. There was a colleague in the morning who asked Somnath sir, मुझे commerce आता है पर science नहीं आती. The funny part is that science is available on net now. You can have access via network. You can digitize information. You can learn everything very fast. You can't become a rocket scientist like Somnath sir, obviously. But commerce is not available online. The acumen that a Gujarati has peripherally across the world, we are the best businessmen in the world. The commerce is very important to run a business, which when we start a smaller enterprise, turning cash over, how much is free money coming on the end of the day in our good luck, end of the month, what is the collection cycle? Like sir mentioned, Government of India is doing enough and more initiatives to solve a working capital cycle. What we need to not forget ever is what is the cash churn cycle, what is the net profit in the pocket. That's an easier way. The second one that I would really emphasize everyone, and this is outcome of my 250 ideas, more of them failed actually, and few of them are still germinating very well on a personal front, is that while we have to be Atmanirbhar, Swavlamban, Swadhyay, Swarozgar, that is the only motive that can help India succeed, right? We have still 75 crore people who are not doing very well. That is more than 2 Americas which have to progress in the next 40-50 years. We have to learn from outside. You have to bring the technology in. What China did to US, what India is trying to do, we have to imbibe, we have to learn on how they do deliver the businesses. Third one, which many of us forget, in my journey at least it was a recurring failure, was that we tend to not scale up because we get too caught up in our journey. We need to invest in friends, ecosystem, network. Money is a commodity. I can promise you, my wife runs a very large investment vehicle for investing in Indian entities, a green tech fund. I've been part of ecosystem which invests money in India. Money is a commodity. You have to let go of that feeling. If any one of you still has that feeling, it's available. It's available by Indian government, it's available by banking system, it's available by the investing ecosystem across the country. India is the hub now. There is no other place in the world where money can go other than India now. The English-speaking population, the youth, the energy, the ideation, the evolution of demand circuit in India is very, very high. So money will be available. We just need to execute very well. The scaling up aspect is what tends to, limit our thoughts. That's the limited thoughts on the 3 from my side.
तो जैसे ही महेंद्र सर ने कहा, उसी को मैं आपके साथ कंटिन्यू करना चाहूँगा कि वी हैव मोर देन 7 करोड़ एंटरप्राइज. अभी तो गवर्नमेंट ने उद्यम पोर्टल भी लॉन्च कर दिया है बहुत सारे बेनिफिट्स लेने के लिए, पर आज फिर भी उससे कई ज़्यादा करोड़ों में इसमें कई ज़्यादा अभी भी सूक्ष्म और लघु उद्योग हैं जो कि अनरजिस्टर्ड है. उनको एक फियर है, they have compliances issue, taxation का fear है. So how can we encourage those MSMEs to get into the formalized sector? The same question to you, Gopal sir, first.
देखिए, एक तो सरकारी स्कीम्स की जानकारी बहुत ज़रूरी है. अभी बहुत सारे जैसे रजिस्ट्रेशन के फॉर्मल पोर्टल हैं, फॉर्मलाइजेशन का जीएसटी के अंतर्गत सरकार का बहुत बड़ा प्रयास है. देन पीएफ रजिस्ट्रेशन, प्रोविडेंट फंड, सोशल सिक्योरिटी वाले के इश्यूज़ में भी बहुत तरह के बेनिफिट हैं. तो अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम्स भी करती है सरकार, बहुत सारे इस तरह के काम करती है. लेकिन एक मुझे लगता है कि जो लार्जर पर्सपेक्टिव एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के लिए ज़रूरी है वो है कि हमें कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट को समझना चाहिए जिसमें एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के जो लोग काम करना चाहते हैं वो अपने आप डेवलप होंगे. ग्लोबल लेवल पे भारत के कौन कौन से एरियाज़ हैं उनके ऊपर हमें समझना चाहिए जहाँ पे बहुत तरीके के हमें अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ मिलती है. प्रैक्टिकली मैं उस बात को बताना चाहता हूँ कि कौन कौन से एरियाज़ हैं जहाँ पे हमें बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप की. जैसे एक बात है कि ह्यूमन मोबिलिटी एक तरीके से